What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Photo Booth 101 podcast. Today we have a special guest, Christina. Thank you for joining us. Really quick, Christina, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you want to get into the photo booth business.
Well, my name is Christina. I'm from the Bay Area, Hayward, California, near Oakland, San Francisco. I'm just about 3 months in, and it was actually my daughter who got me looking into the photo booth business. I am a cancer survivor, so I'm working part time, not a full time job, and looking for something fun to do on the side for extra money and entertainment. And so once she had me look at one photo booth, I kind of spiraled into it and kept going and going and going. And here we are 3 months later, and I'm loving it. I'm excited at every event I've done so far, and I can't wait to get to your guys' level.
Love it. Awesome. Yeah. What a what like what was your expectation before your first event, right? Everyone that when you're starting off, everything is unknown, everything's a little scary. So what were your thoughts before going into your first event?
Am I prepared? Do I have everything I need? Just the stress level of triple checking everything and writing my notes, rewriting my notes. I must have had like 5 sheets, 6 sheets with all the same information on it, but thinking I was going to figure something else out. Then just calming my nerves and going in. I was pretty confident. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, watched a lot of your videos, asked a lot of questions. um, so it was mainly just being confident in myself that it was gonna be okay, and it worked out fine.
I like that. I like that. I actually like that you said that. You really caught my attention when you said that because one thing that I learned in life is, and it's life in general. It's not just the photo booth industry. It's life in general. Is to always apply yourself. Okay, and always do your homework before you get to do things like that. So I like how you said that you took notes, like, and you said like 5 pages of notes, and you watched Drew's videos or you watched other people's YouTube videos on the business and stuff like that. So for you to say that, that already shows that you're on the right path to this business. And where you said you wanted to be like someone like Drew or like Hans or like myself, you're gonna be there in no time. I give it 4 or 5 months tops, and you're gonna be already booked every weekend. With
Your mouth to his ears.
that attitude, yeah, with that attitude, keep it up because I like that.
Thank
I
you.
like
Thank you so much.
that.
We should make an app where it's just Tyler just giving you positive reassurance in life. Dude, that'd be amazing, man. We make so much money.
I'm pretty good at it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, just keep applying yourself and do your homework. And listen, just understand that you know even when you're at that level, just keep learning. There's always more things to
Absolutely.
learn. I've been in this business for about close to 7 months now. I'm going into my year soon, and I still learn new things even when I'm at events. I learn things from customers sometimes. You'd be surprised, like the things you learn from customers, like not like as a photo booth owner, but just things you learn about. Oh, maybe I should place the backdrop a little more back because they'll like lean back on it and stuff like that. You just
Right.
learn new things as you observe from your events. So you learn a lot.
That's so true. Yeah. Um, yeah, I learn a lot of and still, you guys, I'm 9 years in the business, and I'm every so often we're learning something. But like as as you get deep into the business, you learn, like, obviously, like, the basic stuff is the stuff you learn first, but like I'm learning now at a point of like basically closing out leads, and that's something I know a lot of people struggle with. Christina, is this something you struggle with, leads, or like what's your biggest like obstacle right now? Being 3 months in, what's something you're struggling with?
Actually, something I'm struggling with right now, presently, is a last minute booking, and the customer is slow to sign the contract. Um, Hold on, don't know how to end a call.
She
Oh,
end call. She does know how to end it. She just did it.
she left. It's okay. She'll be back. She'll be back. So, anyways, I get where she was going with that. Most likely, she was saying that last minute, the customer's just giving her a hard time to sign the contract. I actually had an experience like this recently, actually the day before I left. So before she comes back, we'll tell my story, I guess now. So what happened was is that I was
So
about to
sorry.
leave. I was about to leave to Florida about 3 days before this happened. Up, she left again.
She's
That's all. She's in and out.
weird.
But it's okay. So, anyways, so about 3 or 4 days before I left to Florida, while I was on vacation last week, I had a customer reach out to me, a previous customer, past client. She said, "Oh, like I loved you how you guys did it the first time. This and that. This is for my husband's 40th birthday, you know." And she kind of threw this question out. And as a business owner, you're not going to decline this question. She's like, "Throw me any number and I'll pay it." And I'm like, "Ooh, that's kind of hard to pass." But it was the day that I was leaving to Florida. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what I could do as far as changing my flight, because I was leaving at nighttime anyways. There was not much I was planning on doing. I was like, let me see what I could do. So what I did is I, obviously called the airline, see if I could change my flight, how much it costed. I got the price. And then I politely actually told the client, because, she really wants, she said that she looks for other photo booth vendors, and, she just liked how we did, how we did the service. So she wanted us that bad. So I was like, okay. So I didn't tell her that, I have to cancel my flight and stuff, but I'm like, okay, because of this event being last minute, I have to charge this. And I gave her the number, and listen, I made close to almost $1,000, which after costing my event, I still made a decent amount of money to just cancel my flight, do the event real quick. And then literally right there, I went straight to the airport. I had my grandfather help me that day. He brought my photo booth stuff back home. He brought me straight to the airport, and I was off to Florida. So
let me ask you this: what was the biggest challenge when you did that last minute booking? Because my mind goes straight, like, besides the contract, mine is just template, because I like to get creative.
Well, the template wasn't really the hard part. She kind of like let me have creative control on that. And when I sent it, she's like, okay, great, this is fine. I think that she was just so under pressure that she was booking us last minute, where she didn't really care what happened. It was more when we got there, she was like, oh, okay, make sure, it's placed right. She wanted the photo booth in a certain position, in a certain area of the venue and stuff like that. I told her, okay, fine, we can make this happen. So it wasn't really that. It was more because also the contract too, like Christina was saying, she didn't sign the contract till the day before and give the deposit. It was kind of like all last minute. And I'm talking about late at night, like Friday night, like 10 p.m. And I'm like, what's happening, man? I need to know, because I was like this close to not canceling my flight and just going. And I was like, you know what? Let me see. And she finally got back to me like 10:30 p.m. Like, okay, here's the contract, here's the deposit, and then she paid me the rest the next day.
So to me, you guys, this is something that I really hope people take it in. Get the deposit first. Always. I'll take it. Look, if someone's ready to book, I'm not going to sit there and wait for them to sign the contract. The first thing that I think is most important is to get the money. I'll stay on the phone with them too. So it's like, let's get the money handled, and then we can worry about the contract. Because, if you're waiting on a contract, sometimes some other companies may not make them sign contracts, which kind of sucks for us, right? Because we're trying to do everything professional. But there's a lot of people with photo booths that are hobbyists, that don't have contracts, that are just willy-nilly renting out a photo booth. And if a contract is something that someone doesn't want to sign, or they don't have the time to, that could potentially make you guys lose something. So I don't know, Christina, if you, in the future, if it's last minute too, I think I would say the most important thing is get the money, and then you guys could worry about the contract. You can even print it out and be like, when you show up to the party, just make them sign it in person. I don't know about you guys. I actually will never discount a last minute event. Like, if it's like a customer and if it's during the week, maybe I might, but like, I don't know. But Hans, have you guys ever given out a discount for these last minute bookings?
No, dude, it's the opposite.
It's a little bit more.
The opposite. It's more stress. I mean, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna give you a discount for slacking, dude. If anything, it was like, look, man, you probably got like 3 options right now, because nobody's really gonna want to take it. I personally don't like last minute bookings, just because it puts way too much stress on me. That's why I'm asking him, like, because I like to get creative. If you don't have that much time to prepare, it's gonna show up in your work, and then those photos that they share is gonna have your company name on it. So
Yeah.
like, I don't want that to go out and be like, wow, that's like poor quality. And then I can't explain, like, well, this guy just booked like 24 hours before. Right? Like, the people don't care. They just see the quality and be like, nah, but next. So that's why I'm like very strict on last minute.
Yeah. What's the shortest event you guys have done, like last minute? A day, few hours. I'll tell you mine. You guys literally 30 minutes.
Oh no.
But we got
30 minutes.
30 minutes, and it was down the street. It was the most craziest thing. And I swear, like, God works in weird ways. We didn't have an event, and I had a streak going, and I was like, this was a while ago. We had a streak going. I was like, man, we've had an event every single day for like a year and a half. And then here comes Saturday, no event. 30 minutes before their event. She was like, oh my gosh, our photo booth canceled, this and that. And I'm like, yeah, we can come. And then she gave us the address and I was like, wait, that's down the street. I could have walked there, you guys.
That's
That's
dope.
my
I
record.
could
30
see you
minutes.
walking with your little wagon over there, like dude. I love the thing that you have on your TikTok. You always doing the recordings with the selfie stick.
Oh, where is that thing at? Yeah, the
You're,
little.
you have the little pole. You're just recording yourself walking with your little cart. I'm like, yo, Drew's funny, man. With this little cart.
So
Oh.
did you have like a set little template for occasions like this? Like you just have to plug in their name and the date, like to be able to be ready in 30 minutes
You
unless
know what? That's amazing that you brought that up because that's exactly what we did. It was a Kinsey, and I was like, all we did on LumaBooth is we duplicated the event. So we had all the settings, and this was before Monse was on the team and making us like templates. I was doing everything in LumaBooth. So lucky for me, all that stuff was saved, and I just had to change it. And the templates were terrible. They were terrible. But yeah, like sometimes too for last minute events, like I'll let them know, like we'll try our best to make a template. I was like, at least the least thing that we can do is at least have some words on it so it's somewhat customized. And customers understand. You know, if you have a client that's going to book you guys last minute and then complain that you can't meet their needs, that's on them, you know? So
okay, well, with this one, I've been in contact with her for I think I would say 8 days, and between every contact with her, like a day goes by without nothing from her. So when I sent her the invoice and the contract, it was everything. It's all through HoneyBook, so everything was right there, and it showed that she started it. She started to look through it, but then she got to the invoice part and then stopped. And now it's been almost a day since I've heard from her. And my hardest thing, it's always I did real estate before. I'm like, I am not a salesperson in that sense of car dealer or, you know, real estate. I tend to feel a little pushy. So now I'm kind of on that line. When do I decide to say, okay, you need to have this to me? Like her event is Sunday. And, you know, so it's like, do you need to have this filled out by Saturday, by tomorrow? I mean, without being pushy, but being, letting her know that it's important, it has to be done,
yeah,
you know, or
I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel. I think the move here is set a goal, like a boundary. You know, if you don't want to do anything last minute, if let's just say you're like, hey, Thursday gives me enough time to get everything done comfortably, then set that boundary. I'd give her a call, send her a text message. I like to look at clients like this, like if they're not responding and they're not doing it, it's your job first of all to like follow up with her. But if she's just kind of
right,
ghosting you, then it, you know, she may not be a good fit for you. Because if she's
right.
gonna be like this last minute already, like you're kind of saving her ass by doing it last minute. There's a lot of companies that would refuse to even do
Right.
that, you know. Some
And I'm
companies,
trying to, yeah, trying to be understanding. Like she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just got off work, or I'm sorry, I'm on my lunch. I'm, you know, it's like, I get it. People are busy, you
yeah,
know, I'm busy, you're busy, but I
right.
know I have to, you know,
I
this is
would say just follow up with her like every day, and it might sound crazy, but you know, twice a day because she has such limited time. You know,
Yeah,
maybe in the morning and maybe at nighttime. And if she really don't answer, like I would say, like maybe 48 hours before, just tell her that you cannot be at the event without the contract signed, or just maybe tell her like kind of like what Drew said, like if you are having trouble signing it in person, I mean on virtual, I could bring the contract as a paper copy and you could just sign it there, but I need it signed an hour before the event. So when you get there,
right,
you're paid. You know,
right,
you got the contract signed, and then you're ready to set up. But that's kind of still pushing it. But you know, if you're really like looking for the clientele and you need it, like kind of like in my situation, if it was something like that, I don't think I would have took it. Like if they're not signing the contract, like this was something like last minute that I decided to do, and I promised myself most likely that would never happen again. You know, the reason why I took the event that I got last week before I went on my vacation is because the customer literally told me, throw me any number and I'll pay it. You shouldn't tell a business owner that because they're going to say, okay, well, I'll charge you up the roof then. But it was also because it was last minute. I wasn't trying to take advantage of the customer, but I was trying to make it convenient for me to cancel my flight, change everything, and still make enough money to say, okay, it was worth staying an extra day to do this event.
right,
But
right.
with this, and probably not. I was up all night. I slept at the airport. It was that bad.
yeah.
Wow.
I think it's time to play hardball with her. I'd say, hey, look, if we don't get this done today by 2 o'clock, we're gonna have to move forward. Because we can't just save the date without any action on your side, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you could say something like, if you don't sign the contract within this time, I might have to increase my price because it's not a set in stone booking.
I don't even,
Right.
again, I just try to get the deposit first.
That's what I was doing. I didn't even ask for a deposit. Like, you're within the 5 days of your event. I need payment in full.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, that's what I said. That's what I put, so I thought that was fair.
You should call her right now while we're here. That'd be so cool. See if she picks up.
5-way.
Oh, give me her number. I'll call and I'll say, hey, this is Drew. I work for Christina and her photo booth company.
I'll call you when it's one of those big events and I'm trying to get paid. I'll have
Shoot,
you call them.
love it. But so Christina,
Yes.
3 months in, how many events have you done? Roughly, if you can remember.
Well, I was just working on this today, oddly enough. I've done 5 free events and I've had 8 paid events with 2 pending events, one being the one we were just talking about, and one that just sent contact for a Christmas party. So
Love it.
I guess that's 15.
Love it. And then follow-up question. With those events that you've done, and also including all of the deposits that you have for future events, how much do you think you've made roughly, if you can just share with everyone to give a little bit of motivation here?
I would say probably about 4,000, I think. But then you really don't make money because I'm still paying back my equipment. So
Got it. And you know what I love? Earlier I didn't really talk about it. I don't know how Tyler and Hans, you guys feel. Your situation is the best to be in as a business owner, right? Like, this is like a side hustle. You mentioned earlier, this is just kind of like extra money. Sounded like it's not something that you're relying on. It's not gonna, if you don't have an event, it's not like you're not gonna have any food, right? So
right. No, my husband's the sole supporter of the family, and
yeah, and I love it. I love it because there's so many, like, everyone else has their reason why. Like, for us, for example, it's what we do for a living. It's how we make our money, and then obviously we have other stuff too. But like, that's the best position to be in, because I see a lot of photo booth operators that take events when they shouldn't, because as a business owner, you're like, yeah, I'll say yes to everyone. I need to get the money, but like, you're in a position to where, like, example, this lady that's being a pain in the ass, like, you have the flexibility to be like, I'm gonna pass. Like, I'm not gonna, bend over backwards for her and just kind of wait around for her. So you have that option versus someone who needs the money, someone that is like, I can't eat top ramen again. I need to have enough money to have some food with some nutrients in it. Like, you're in a good position. I don't even think we've talked about it, you guys. Like, for you guys, what's like, this is all just extra income for you guys as well, right? Hans, Tyler?
Yeah.
As of right now, yes. I'm aiming for TKR events to be more than that, something more like what you are, the situation you're in right now, where you live off of it. But as of now, as of 2023, yes, it's part-time extra money. But you know what? It's great extra money, and that's fine too. If you want to just have your 9 to 5, or have your whatever job you have, overnight job, whatever, and you have that weekends off, and you can't stay home, and you just want something to do, I would throw this at anybody. Like, this is nothing I see as a competitive sport. You know what I mean? Like, I tell people all the time, get into the photo booth business, because this is the business to be in. I'm telling you, you want the extra money, like that last minute booking that I got last week, like, brought me an extra $500 to my trip. Like, stuff like that. Like, it helps a lot. If you want it for a vacation, or if you want it just to pay off your car faster, or go on vacation or something like that. That's just, I feel like this business is quick money. It's easy, and it's not hard at all. So, Christina, what you're doing is great. You want it for some extra money. You could use it for Christmas presents or whatever. It's so you don't got to work extra harder at another 9 to 5 job, or an overnight job, or some type of part-time job, or Uber or whatever, to make the extra money. And you're just dropping off photo booths and making money. Or even if you're staying at your events, it's still fun. Most venues give you food, so you're eating. It's free food. Free entertainment. There's DJs there, music. You can network with people, so you're just getting more clientele there. So I don't see it as a job. It is work, but it
I
is
have it as
work.
bigger goals.
Sorry, what'd you say?
That I have it as bigger goals. I want more than just the side money. I want it to be, the business that I have. And my goal is in another 3 months to get that second photo booth and send it to my daughter who actually got me into the business. She's in the North Bay in the Sonoma County area.
I
And have,
love that area. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
It's
so I want
so
her to
beautiful.
start doing that part over there. So there's big goals more than just the extra money. And of course, if I tell my husband I made enough money for us to go to Hawaii for 2 weeks, and he can't say no.
Love it.
Yep,
And
so
so Christina, I can assume you're pretty close to paying off your equipment, right? At 4,000.
Yes.
Isn't that insane, you guys? I don't think people like from the outside that are not entrepreneurs, there's not a lot of businesses where you could pay for all your equipment this fast, right? Let's just give her another month, right? 2 to 3 more events. That should put you pretty much there, I'm assuming. If you bought from us, that shouldn't be like you're breaking the bank. Because
No.
I when I was doing vending, machines I were buying were like 3 grand, 3,500. With a good location, it was like a 9 month, 8 to 9 months to make my money back. And this business is crazy, man. Like Hans, how long did it take you, bro, to pay your equipment off? If you can guess, like just not events, but like time wise,
How, like time wise?
like a month, 2 months, 3 months,
I would say like right between 2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Between.
yeah,
Yeah.
same. About 2 months it took me. I bought my photo booth at the end of May. It was paid off like, in the books by like July, second week of July.
Interesting. Do you guys have any questions for Christina? Anything you guys want to ask? Pick her brain. Since we got her here.
Oh yeah. I guess since she's new, I wanted to ask her like if there's one thing that you wish you would have known before you started. Like I know it sounds pretty generic, but there's a couple things that I wish I would have known before I started. Like how much LumaBooth and Canva were like a learning curve for me. I mean, now I know them from the back of my like, super easy now. But I mean, what would have you like to know before you started?
That there's so many more aspects than thinking you're just going to download an app and put it on your iPad and just go with it. Like you said, the Canva, I think that's a big thing because you know it keeps tweaking out on you and your message, your SMS sending and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, let's see. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but once you put in that work, it's easy.
Yeah.
The first initial startup, I was like, okay, I have on my list, I've done my research, I did my LLC and all this other stuff. And I thought, okay, I have all this, now I can just jump into it. And I'm gonna get bookings right away and it's just gonna happen overnight. And it didn't, but it's going. And just to, take your time and make sure you give everybody you know, the service they deserve. And really that's it. Just believe in yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the biggest thing really is it's easily discouraged. It took me a couple of times to be, oh, I'm not getting any bookings. I thought I was going to do more than this. So once I sat down and actually started writing things on paper, I'm like, whoa, we've actually done a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
in 6 weeks already. We've only been here 6 weeks and we've done all of this.
You know what?
So
It's such a good point. I mean, I think it's easy to get in that mindset, like, man, we're not doing a lot. But you have to remember, like, in this business, one event pays this much. As where if you have a car wash business, you have to wash maybe like 15 cars, 12 cars, maybe to make that much you make in one event. So I love that. You like visualized it and you wrote it down and then you broke it down like that and it made sense. So
yeah.
And that's
It
awesome. like you had a business plan, and a lot of people walk into any business at that matter with no business plan and no idea at all. They're just like, I'm gonna get into this and I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna become a millionaire because they see people on social media or on YouTube or whatever doing it. No offense, Drew. No offense.
Because Drew said we would.
Drew looked at me like, what is he trying to say? No. But there's a lot of people who would see someone like Drew who is successful in this business and says, okay, I could do this, no problem. What he's doing is easy. Like he's making it seem like it's super hard. It's easy. I'll do it. And they'll go in and they'll fail completely. And we're just speaking the how we say the truth. We're speaking the whole truth. So it is an easy business. It involves a lot of work, and you applied yourself. And what I like that you did, and this is the question I have for you before I guess we end it here, is how did you feel about doing those free events? All those free events that you did? Because you said you did 5 free events, and for someone who's 3 months in, 5 free events is a lot. And that's good because I'm pro free events. There's a lot of people who walk into this business and, oh no, I don't want to do free events. My money, I need to make my money back or whatever. I need to make my money. I'm supportive of free events because if it wasn't for free events, I wouldn't have had a lot of the opportunities that I have now and coming up in the future. I have a lot of clients from free events who reached out to me. So if you think about it, those free events became paid because now you have other events later on down the line that are paid. So the question I have for you is, how do you feel about those free events that you did? Like, were they worth it for you? Did you feel like you got clients after that? Or did you feel like you were able to network your business and, show yourself?
I think they all went well. It was a good networking. I think out of the 5, 3 events did turn into paid events. So it was definitely worth it. And I'm a people person, so I'm out there. I know it's a new business and I have to put myself out there, and they're not going to know I'm a photo booth owner if I'm not there with a photo booth. So, that was a big thing. So I like doing the free events. I think free events deserve to be treated as paid events because they're going to see that, and that's how we're going to get them as a paid customer the next time.
Love it. Yeah. So I have a new idea for a segment I want to do before we sign off here. It's called "What is Hans drinking?" Hans, don't tell us. Let's guess. Can you show everyone what you're drinking?
I'm
Can
almost done.
Can I go first? I think I know what that is. That a
Not whiskey sour.
Damn.
Well, that was my first guess.
Is it a
That's all I
margarita?
get.
I'm going to say it's like a lemonade mixed with some vodka.
Lemon drop.
No, I literally just mixed whatever I had in the bag, but I'll show you guys the bottles.
It's a Four Loko then.
He just mixed whatever he had in that means he knows his alcohol so well. He's just trusting his instincts.
Oh, he's grabbing 3 bottles.
Is these guys right here.
Malibu.
Ooh.
Yo, if anyone's watching and they like a good liqueur, but this banana liqueur, but it's 50%, so it's not soft.
Ooh, that looks good.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow, delicious.
Love
We
it.
also have to inform the audience that we are forcing Hans to be here, just to let you know. He behind that camera, there is something pointing at him that we can't talk about on YouTube.
That's why I got a drink.
He is forced to be on the show, just to let you know, guys. He's like, he's forced.
It's an inside joke. Someone in one of the comments on one of the podcasts was saying, Hans is too quiet. He seems like he's forced to be there. So we're just cracking jokes. No.
Christina's like, what are they talking about?
So what people don't know, Hans is actually in my basement right now.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm upstairs.
And the reason why Hans drinks is because the only source of food and drinks that Drew has gave him was alcohol, straight alcohol. That's it. He's just gonna alcoholize himself. That's it. No water, alcohol.
Well, no, the thing is, he has to drink. I actually pour him the cup of alcohol. He has to drink the alcohol in order to get to the ice to get water. There's water.
Oh man.
But Christina, thank you so much for coming on. Is there obviously we want to plug your social media accounts, but before we plug that, is there anything that you'd want to, any advice you want to give out? Anything, someone considering getting in this business?
Definitely don't give up. It seems like a lot of work. It seems like it's hard work. Time management, if you have a spouse, takes a lot of adjusting. I know I'm still getting to that point of when he comes home from work, I need to try to turn off the Canva and everything else that I'm working on. reach out to everybody. Everybody so far that I've found in the group and on Facebook groups are very helpful. I have not yet been led in a wrong direction. And, I really look to you guys and other photo boothers who've been in the business for a long time for advice. So if you don't know, ask. Never stop asking.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then,
I agree. That's great. And don't be afraid to ever reach out to one of us or even someone else in the group that has experience. There's a lot of people besides myself, Drew and Hans, who have years and years of experience in there. Reach out to whoever. I like how you said you're in the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Keep networking yourself, because you'd be surprised how many other photo booth vendors that live in your area would say, "Hey, I'm double booked. Please, can you take this event for me?"
That's where I hope to be soon.
Yeah.
awesome. So, where can people find your, is it your Instagram? Is that where you're most active? Is that where you want to plug? So we can try to get Christina some more followers for her business.
So it's Instagram at Ola Bonita Photo Booth. And then I also have a website, olabonitaphotobooth.com.
Love it. And you guys, in the description, please go give her a follow. Also,
Thank
Hans, Tyler's pages will be down there below. And last thing I wanted to ask is, do you feel like when you bought your booth, obviously you got it from us, and do you feel like there was a lot of value that we brought to you, whether it's in the group chats, the LumaBooth group chat? Is that something that you feel like has helped you on your journey?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you being available whenever we've reached out and gotten back to us right away, it's motivating. You're here to help us, like you said. You're following through with your, what your promise to us was, and definitely
Oh, that makes me
big
happy.
help.
So yeah, hopefully in a year from now, we can all hop on here again and do a follow through. And then hopefully at that time you're at 6 figures,
Yeah. At
going
that
vacations
time,
all the
Drew's
time.
gonna have like 200,000 people in his group chat, and he's gonna have a customer service team and stuff like that. He's gonna
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
But he'll still be
he's
available
gonna have
to
a
us,
whole
right?
customer service.
Yeah, just available to the day ones. Cool. All right, you guys. But everyone, thank you so much for watching. Again, in the description, everyone's profiles. We're doing episodes every single week. And if you guys want to get started in this photo booth business, and just like Hans, just like Tyler, just like Christina and myself, photobooth101.com. Also in the description, you can buy your photo booths. We have support, all that, blah, blah, blah. But thank you guys so much. God bless. Take care.